straight. We go legend, yeah. In my house, yeah. Hear alarms ringing through my house. Got 'em going, coming in and out. What you knowin', never run your mouth. Look, this not a drill, this the real thing. I do what the feelings, yeah. Made my blueprint, so my life got no ceilings. I create the energy that they keep stealing, yeah. Detroit legend, microphone legend, yeah. Shine a legend, my bro is John Legend, yeah. All this sunshine, it's still raining blessings. Straight out the Maybach, I'm just fresher than my reverend, yeah. Oh my God, you out your socks, me and all my inner circle, we keep thinking out the box, dog. When life go too hard on you, you gon' go legend and not me. I got no other option. I go so hard, I might wake up with a concussion. The way I piece this together, man, it's puzzling. I do this for the dogs, and nowadays we husky. God is my witness, you look, God can't judge me. Oh God, 7-Eleven. No, we can go legend, 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 yeah. With my best friend, 7-Eleven, yeah. We can go legend, we can go legend, yeah. We can go legend, we can go legend, we can go legend, we can go legend, yeah. With my best friend, 7-Eleven, we can go legend, we can go legend, legend, microphone legend, we can go legend, yeah. I go legend, I mean Michael Jackson, hold up, Prince in action, okay, I'm an original, you just a reenactment, okay, peace on the flashes, I live that picture perfect life, you lie about in your captions. When I was down, I swear they made me feel inferior. Judging me by my outside, that's just my exterior. Not seeing what I was made of, that's my interior. Didn't let that break me, instead I broke the barriers. Oh y'all, praise Allah, that's my parag like Bobby, bruh. By naughty up, in my castle like Mario. I get it in my heart and soul. You boys got no cardio. All of my soldiers rock army clothes. Head of my time like Marty though. Watching the Rick and Morty show. While all these bands still on the floor. Came from the dirt, all I had to do was grow.
Good evening from Toronto. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, the Grizzlies have long departed Vancouver. The Raptors are Canada's team. And right now, one of the most consistent. The Houston Rockets begin the game with the basketball. There will be no shortage of shots for Carmelo Anthony and Mike D'Antoni's offense, Jay. Why is it a good fit for Melo in Houston?
Well, a couple of things. Number one, if there's one guy you need to trust, his name is Daryl Morey. And the Houston Rockets organization is a stat-driven culture. So he understands at this juncture where Carmelo Anthony is in his relationship to his career. Playing with two pass-first type PGs in James Harden and CP3, who averaged a combined 12.5, 13 assists last year, will open up the floor extensively for Carmelo to knock down those jump shots.
Shot clock winding down. It's Harden. Deep two there, won't go. So Lowry for three. His first effort off the mark. Well done. Kyle Lowry missed his first. That one goes.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. To P.J. Tucker. Nothing going here on that drive. Knocked loose. Taken by the Raptors.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
To Valanciunas. Shot from the lane won't go. Harden into the front court. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. To Paul.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Knocked loose. That'll get out off the Raptors. So the Rockets hold on to the basketball. Tucker. Harden to P.J. Tucker. From the painted area, won't go down. Ibaka to Lowry. Knocked loose. Lowry against Harden. Trying to cash in, add 2 points to the board.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Lowry has the basketball.
Hey, feed me, I'm hot.
Slam dunk.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
The assist from number 7, Kyle Lowry.
Short jumper stays out. That's it for the first quarter. We have a tie ball game. A good start to this one. All tied up as we start the second.
Points and win tonight.
Toronto with the basketball. Leonard to Ibaka.
Knock that down. You got that.
Leonard. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Ooh, crisp ball. 2 of 4 now. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Now Paul with the basketball. Down by 1. Has a chance. Knocks it down from mid-range.
From somebody who loved to score a lot himself. Defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
Lowry to Ibaka. Oh, Capella up to block it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Count the basket inside.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Harden with it up top. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. Lets it fly from long range, and James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down. A pass taken away by the Rockets.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Danny Green, defended by Melo. Textbook defense. Paul with it up top. The margin is 2. Halftime on the horizon. Fires the 3. Can't connect. Great pass to set it up. Leonard buries the wide-open three. That's too easy.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Hall, too easy. Defense has to communicate.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Kawhi Leonard. That's 3 now on 4 shots. Mike D'Antoni will use the timeout. He'll try to design something here for the final possession of the half. Up 5 seconds. That ends the period. The Raptors in front.
The Raptors are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Jay, what do you make of the pressure on this franchise? A whole country is watching.
For Masai Ujiri, it's all about outlook because perspective is everything. And pressure makes diamonds, my friend. So if you're Ujiri, you're throwing everything at the wall and you're seeing what sticks. Even hiring old staff members of the San Antonio Spurs who are very good friends with Kawhi Leonard and Jeremy Castleberry over to the staff to try to get him around. Because the goal is to win now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but right now.
James Harden trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Add one more to his total. Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Well done, Kyle Lowry. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Paul across the timeline. His group now down 2. 4-3. Off the mark. Swings it to P.J. Tucker. Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Lowry. Now a steal as the Rockets have it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Harden shoots. Gets a shot up off the mark. So Lowry. Jonas Valanciunas. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Harden doesn't have the touch. No good. So Lowry. Driving right to the basket. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Paul into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You see, Ed, skill levels at this game are at an all-time high. Inside-out threats are tough. You got to make it hard for him to actually catch the ball in those higher percentage areas.
Lowry to Valanciunas. Rockets come up with it. Slams it down.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Paul, it's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toes, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Yeah, and Kyle Lowry adds 3 with that one.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Third quarter comes to an end with the Rockets in front. It'll be Rockets basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. And you have to figure they like this spot they're in, entering the quarter with the lead on the road.
Yeah, but Ed, I disagree. As a player, I'm not really worried about how big the lead is right now. I'm worried about what kind of energy we're going to enter the fourth quarter with, more important.
Lowry guarded by CP3. Going to launch beyond the arc. Drills the 3.
Look, no one was more disappointed in how the 18 season ended than Kyle Lowry. I'm sure he's been playing those games over and over in his mind like a bad nightmare. I would be shocked if we don't see a bigger edge and a bigger chip on his shoulder, because the reality is they need to start finding some answers in the 6 and quick.
Jumper's good.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Shot for James Harden, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
Kawhi Leonard, he's now 5 for 6.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Defense, let's go.
Has a look, and he buries it.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Leonard to Lowry. Here's a chance from long range, and Kyle Lowry still able to get it to go down after the closeout.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
Paul knocks it down. The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and it's Capella with the rebound. Paul into the front court. Leads just a point. From long range, smothering D.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Tucker. Paul. Great defense, forcing the miss. To Lowry. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Jonas Valanciunas trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Now the Rockets will use a timeout, and this is where the coaches earn their cash. Let's see what they design down by 2 here in the final minute of play. Tucker. Rejected by Green.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good.
It's good at the buzzer. The defense couldn't contain him, and we're going to overtime. Time expires. The scoreboard says it's all even. Let's do it. Overtime is underway. Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2. When you look at playmakers from the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
So Lowry fires the three. No good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Paul, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Lowry with it. Looking to make something happen for three, and that's rebounded by Houston. Anthony buries it.
Defense, do the math. You force them to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Lowry, and he hits. Now Paul with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Yes, it drops. A little drama on that one. Jay, he's played for a number of teams in the Western Conference, no less. What do you make of Paul and his willingness to embrace a challenge?
Well, for the first 12 years of his career, he was ball dominant. The ball was forced to be in his hands every possession because nobody else, other than CP3, could make a play. Now there's a shared responsibility with the playmaking skills, and that only allows him to play looser, to play freer, to play more like he played in college, hunting his own shots and thinking pass second, score first.
Oh, good offense beating good defense. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
Lowry guarded by CP3. Danny Green. Oh, bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. Harden. And drills it. Jay, spacing can be a beautiful thing. Now the Raptors going to use a timeout. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a 2-possession game. Leonard had made his first couple, but he misses there.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets worked some overtime to get the win. It was impressive to watch them battle fatigue on their way to a positive result. In the end, their perseverance was rewarded in a grueling game. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored to the Houston Rockets. The Raptors just couldn't close this one out. This loss is sure to be all the more bitter because of how well they shot from beyond. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.
I be paranoid, I gotta keep. I got like me this right in the money. I love it even though it's bad. I can't let none of these get into my head. And all my friends locked up, got caught up in the feds. And all my sins washed up, yeah, free my dead. I be close to saying, I ain't supposed to say. Sometimes I wanna go ghost, I might go MIA. Still screaming free, the fam, they coming home now. All this up on my, I gotta